So I finally broke down and went to the psych. And here was the diagnosis. Number one, delusions of grandeur relating to feelings of false superiority over other people, which are likely worsened by many years of college. Number two, an excessive need to control and advise other people. These sociopathic tendencies appear to be particularly well developed due to years of practice on easy, vulnerable targets which seek his approval. He believes he knows better than everyone else. Number three, he sees all social interactions as a zero-sum game where points are given or taken. Happiness appears to be some sort of point count where you have to keep above a certain threshold to be in an acceptable state of mind. He has an obsession with points and self-care as a way to preserve said points. Number four, he has a bizarre belief that the brain and the mind is the same thing, and that all issues pertaining to it can be greatly improved by chemical means of bringing neurotransmitters and hormones into balance. Number five, he gaslights victims by digging into their past, and then he makes said victim believe that all current problems are somehow related to this past. He brings up this past as often as possible to cause as much mental suffering and anguish for the victim as is humanly possible. Of course, this is to keep the victim as invested in him emotionally as possible. And number six, of course, he uses all these weaknesses of the victim to extort ludicrous amounts of money as he goes through points 1 through 5 over and over again until finally the victim cuts him off. Of course, the victim doesn't always cut him off because of the Stockholm syndrome that develops. And in conclusion, I can say that if you're going to college and you don't really want to do anything useful for society, psychiatry is clearly the path for you. I paid $200 to basically figure out that I should have been a psych. This seems like a pretty easy gig. If you don't feel anything, if you're a monster, if you have no human emotions, if you don't give a fuck, seems like a good deal. Seems like a good way to make money. So there you go. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. I apologize for the noise. That's my laptop. I'm not home. Won't be home for another month. I don't think anyone gives a fuck. If you do, well, yeah. If you do, that's kind of a problem. You should go see a psych.